All right, so we're going to write the equation of the parabola with a vertex of 4, 1, passing through the point, 5, negative 1. If I am given the vertex, what form am I going to use? Intercept, vertex, or standard? Vertex form. And my vertex form is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So my vertex, this point 4, comma 1, h is 4, and k is 1. So step 1 is to plug in h and k. So y equals a times x minus 4 squared plus 1. Now when it says it passes through the point, this is giving me x, y. I plug those in and solve. So negative 1 equals a times 5 minus 4 squared plus 1. So step 2 was plug in x and y. Step 3 is solve for a. So I simplify my parentheses first. Negative 1 equals a times 1 squared plus 1. Negative 1 equals a times 1 squared is 1a, a plus 1. Right? A times 1 is 1a. We don't write the 1. I can subtract 2 from both sides. Oops, sorry. That's my answer. When I subtract 1 from both sides, I get negative 2 equals a. And the last step is write the equation. Y equals negative 2 times x minus 4 squared plus 1. I fill in everything, the h, the k, the a. I leave the x and the y as variables. So our next example, write the equation of the parabola with intercepts of 3, 0 and negative 5, 0, and passes through the point 2, comma, negative 3.5. So if I'm given intercepts, I'm going to use what form? Vertex, intercept, or standard? Intercept form, which is y equals a times x minus p times x minus q. So instead of plugging in hk, my first step is to plug in p and q. And it does. So y equals a times x minus, my first p is 3. And it doesn't matter which order I write these because multiplication is commutative. And minus negative 5, that's where I'm going to get the plus from. So this becomes y equals a times x minus 3, x plus 5. Minus negative becomes plus. Then we're going to plug in our x and y. My x is 2, and my y is negative 3.5. This was my q up there. So we're going to plug in negative 3.5 for y. Now make sure you're plugging them into the right variable. What I've seen as I've been walking around today, students are plugging in the y for the x and the x for the y, the h for the k, and so on. So make sure you're putting them in the right spots. A times 2, my x is 2, minus 3, and 2 minus plus 5. And then solve for a. So I get negative 3.5 equals a times negative 1 times 7 negative 3.5 equals negative 7a. Divide by negative 7. And a equals positive 1/2. Step 4 is to write the equation. Y equals 1/2 times x minus 3, x plus 5, remembering to leave x and y as variables.